Teen Ostro rides the highs and lows of college tennis. As far as first semesters at college go, Teen Ostro's experience has been among the worst. The talented tennis player from Croatia arrived at Illinois State in the fall of 2023 after choosing to represent the Redbirds in a collegiate competition. In a new country and adjusting to an entirely new world, Ostro was simultaneously nervous and excited. And then, "I contracted mononucleosis a month after coming here," Ostro said. "That first semester, I didn't play at all, other than one tournament at the start. For 2 months, I was in bed. I couldn't breathe." It was an unexpected and unwelcome plot twist in what had already been quite the tennis journey for Ostro. Born in the Croatian capital of Zagreb, he was initially infatuated with soccer. Croatia is a soccer-obsessed nation, and Ostro describes the sport as his first love. His parents, however, feared their son would suffer injuries playing it. "One summer, when I was 8 years old, they came to me and told me to try tennis," Ostro said. "I started training with a coach and not just with my dad, and I fell in love. Since then, I stayed with tennis and forgot about soccer." Ostro did not take long to establish himself as a budding talent. He quickly moved from group to individual training, playing in his first tournaments soon thereafter. As he entered his teenage years, Ostro began exploring the opportunity of coming to the United States to play in the NCAA. "I was 16 or 17 when I first heard of college tennis," Ostro said. "When you play tennis, you're all alone. Then you come to college, and now you're on a team. That's what drew me." Furthermore, college tennis was an option that allowed Ostro to advance his education. He hoped to continue in the same academic rhythm upon moving to the United States, having previously attended the prestigious Mathematical Informatical Education Center in Zagreb. With 2 Croatian national titles in doubles, Ostro was an intriguing and versatile prospect for collegiate coaches. He entertained dozens of offers, narrowing down his choices bit by bit. "I played junior tournaments, traveling all across Europe, and there were scouts who saw my results and started reaching out," Ostro said. "I had an agent that put me in touch with more coaches. I had maybe 30 or 40 conversations over 5 or 6 months. Eventually, Ostro settled on Illinois State following a scholarship offer. He developed an immediate connection with head coach Mark Klisner, which was pivotal in his decision. "I came here because of him, and I don't regret it," Ostro said. The bout with mononucleosis entirely threw a wrench in Ostro's hopes for his freshman season. "Mononucleosis is probably the worst thing in the world for athletes," Ostro said. Bedridden and struggling to walk, Ostro was forced to be patient in his physical recovery. At the same time, he had to adjust to a team environment. Luckily, the latter was not a problem at all. "They're my best friends," Ostro said of his teammates. "I've visited Tomas, Valencia, in Chile twice, and both he and Kaden, Scarlett, visited me in Croatia. They were a huge help when I had mononucleosis, as was the coach." Upon his return to the court, Ostro wasted no time and established himself as a starter. In what turned out to be a shortened freshman season, Ostro was particularly dangerous in doubles. Fast forward to 2023-24, and Ostro had returned to full fitness. He played in all but one dual match and was a standout performer for the Redbirds in both singles and doubles. It was quite the ascendance from a freshman suffering from a debilitating illness to a sophomore firing on all cylinders. The crowning moment came in a dual match against Drake University, who were favorites coming into the clash. Ostro delivered the clinching victory in singles to seal a 4-3 upset win for the Redbirds. "In that moment, you're a king," Ostro said. "To be honest, I do not remember that match point, it doesn't exist in my head. It was such euphoria that I don't remember it." As a sophomore, Ostro earned all Summit League honors for his athletic and academic achievements. "They're nice awards, but at the end of the day, it's just a piece of paper," Ostro said. "It's more important to know what's behind that piece of paper." That sort of mentality is exactly what earned Ostro a captain's role this year. In team situations, I've always liked being a leader and helping others, Ostro said. He has had the privilege and responsibility of leading the Redbirds through a difficult schedule. The team has lost a great deal of close matches, currently sitting ranked number 5 in the Summit League with a 1-3 record. Nonetheless, optimism persists. The first goal for the team is to make the conference tournament, Ostro said. My individual expectation is to give my maximum in the things that I can control. The good news for the Redbirds is that Ostro is playing better than ever before. Historically, he has played a defensive brand of tennis, using that strategy to great effect. With Coach Klisner's help, Ostro is beginning to play more aggressively. I've added a new dimension, where I play a little faster, a little closer to the baseline, so I'm more aggressive, Ostro said. It's a long process. It won't happen overnight, but I'm improving. It has been a wild ride with various twists and turns for Ostro. He is playing the tennis of his life, moving up to number 3 singles this year. For the rest of the current season and going into his senior year, Ostro is chasing the ultimate dream, winning a conference title with his closest friends.